Welcome shooting fans to this long awaited and well overdue video. I've just been outside and done the shooting part of the video, which I'd done first because I didn't know if the weather was going to last. And it was genuinely the first time that I have put a BB through this pistol, in spite of the fact that I've had it since I did my SIG P365 video several months ago. Because if you remember, the SIG P365 didn't work out for me. Took it back to the shop and swapped it for the Glock, and I'm really glad I did, because it has changed my mind about Glocks, and I'll tell you the reason why. I haven't had anything against Glock in that I don't think that they're good guns or they're a good manufacturer, because that would be foolish of me to say that. What I always objected to was the Lego looks of them. They look like something that are a part of a Minecraft game, and not. I've never thought that they're particularly attractive. I'm struggling with my camera setup here. It really isn't working out for me at all at the moment. So there it is, in all its glory. Plastic, or I guess you'd call it polymer lower frame. Everything else is metal. And I guess if I've got any criticisms about this gun, I'm going to get them out of the way real quick. One is that this just feels a little bit plasticky, but if you've ever watched anybody handling the real firearm, it's pretty much exactly the same. And the second thing is, I'm not a huge fan of the mag release. I've found that it's a little bit difficult to operate, especially with gloves on, but maybe I just need a bit of practice. You have to sort of push it. It doesn't sort of stand as proud as the 1911, which is, I guess has been up until recently my favourite BB gun. But those are the only two issues I've got. The thing I like about this is that it's a really good and faithful replica of the Glock 17. The only thing that isn't is this very unobtrusive safety catch here, which personally I will never ever bother with. I like the fact that it's very simplistic in terms of the controls. There's literally just two. There's the slide release, which functions as exactly as one would expect, and the magazine release, of course the trigger. The takedown, there's nothing here to kind of complicate things like safety catches that can get in the way, get stuck, and if you've watched many of my other videos, very often don't work properly or as they should on these type of pistols, so best avoided. Certainly on the SIG P365, the safety catch just got in the way and I didn't like it at all. Takedown on this is super easy. Just slide to the rear, pull down the slide release levers and knock the camera over, and the whole assembly comes off. And I'm not going to take it all apart now because I'm in a very precarious position with my camera is balancing on a box which is sellotaped to stop it falling over because I haven't got a decent tripod. And then there we are, back in business. It all feels really solid and feels good in the hand. It's a full-size pistol. It's got the contoured grip. Personally, I like that. I find pistols with the smaller handles, smaller grips, a little bit difficult to deal with. It's got super duper easy to acquire sights. It's got a nice trigger for a striker fired pistol. It's quite crisp. It's quite a short trigger as well, and a short reset. It's easy to tell when the gun is loaded and when the gun is not, or certainly when the gun is cocked and not cocked, because when the gun is not cocked, the trigger will be to the rear, and when it's cocked, it's noticeably further forward, and you soon get to notice that and recognize it. So in that respect, you always know when the pistol's cocked. BB pistols, obviously, once you, certainly the semi-automatics, with the dropout magazines, once you've dropped the magazine out, you know that the pistol can't be fired. That is not true of the stick magazine variety, where the CO2 is housed in the grip, and you know, if you drop the stick magazine out, the gun might still fire. So I like these because they're a little bit safer. Also like them because they're about as realistic as you can possibly get, and still it be a BB pistol. So full dropout magazine, all that sort of stuff. So I have double checked to make sure that there's absolutely nothing in the gun, but there is some gas. Let's try again. I'll hold the slide lever down. You can see that there's quite a bit of kick to that. It's got a good solid blowback, and it goes all the way back as well. So once disassembled, the outer barrel goes in first, and then this little piece here, like so. Then the inner barrel slides in, and then finally the spring. Tricky to do when you're looking through the camera, but still. I think that is it. And yes, that was it. So pretty easy to take apart and put back together again if you feel like you need to. Okay, so we're outside now and it's a beautiful sunny day. It's a little bit cold, and I've got my beautiful assistant with me who's behind the camera, and we're going to do some shooting. We're not going to shoot at too far a distance with the Gen 4. So I'm quite pleased with that actually. It's fun to shoot. It's reliable when I use it properly. It seems to be reasonably accurate for a BB pistol. I'm getting them all on target, and it's a 14cm target, and I'm shooting anywhere between 18 and about 21, 22 feet. Good crisp blowback. Even though it's a cold day, I managed to get 3 good mags out of both of my first attempts with 1 CO2 in each mag, and the blowback was pretty crisp for most of those mags, although I'd say on the last mag, the second half of both mags was a little bit sluggish, didn't feel quite as crisp. There was still gas in the CO2s when I unloaded them, so I guess if I'd have waited for them to warm up a little bit, I think we might have got perhaps another 10-12 shots if we'd have been conserving the gas and not shooting too quickly.
In short, I can find very little to fault on this gun. It's certainly an excellent replica, it shoots really well, it's reliable, and it looks good, and that's coming from someone who's never really been a fan of Glocks. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, so if you did, drop us a like, subscribe, share, and comment, because I'm always interested to hear what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. And always remember, have fun, but shoot safe.
.5mm. Oh, this is going to not work with 2 cameras. All right, just go with it. You can edit it out. Okay, so and I'll try. Brilliant. Coughing fit mid video. Takedown on this is super easy. Just cock, slide, pull the and you'll see how crisp the blowback is.